Matt Bernier for RacingPicks.com with 3 selections for Saturday, December the 19th. They're all from Gulfstream Park. They are all part of the mandatory Rainbow Six payout. I'm going to keep this video very brief because I'm in the midst of a blizzard and I'm in the midst of a move. We're going to take a look at 3 of the races from the 6 sequence, starting with race number 7. It's the second leg of this sequence. You got non-winners of 1 other than horses going 6 furlongs on the main track, and there are a couple of short prices in here, most notably a horse like Doll Collection, who I just don't think she really deserves to be a short price in here. I understand she has reasons that she could possibly win. I think most people are still attached to the idea that she's Groupie Doll's daughter, but when it really comes down to it, she hasn't done a heck of a lot on the racetrack in the afternoon. Drawn just to her outside, I think, is a fascinating runner. The number 5 Sonar. Irad Ortiz Jr. has the mount for Juan Alvarado and company. And Irad's going to attract some money, there's no doubt about it. But I like the fact that this horse has run well, fresh in the past, has been working steadily for the better part of 2 months right now. In that most recent form cycle, I think you can go through and make excuses for some of the performances. You've got that big victory, first start off the bench. We come back, stretch the horse out in distance, tried to get out to a 1-turn mile, doesn't quite work, not the end of the world. You turn back to 6.5 furlongs and the run 2 starts back. Unfortunately, it was a sloppy sealed track. This is a filly who has run very, very poorly on wet tracks in the past. She's 0 for 3 lifetime. And then you are left with that run on October 9th, which was a race that preceded a little bit of a layoff. So I don't want to hold any of the last 3 runs against her. Maybe moving up into the Open N1X company is just simply too much for her. That victory did come against Florida Breds. But I think she has enough intrigue to her that she can be a horse who can be forwardly placed, doesn't need to lead though. You've got the top rider down there in Irad aboard, 5-1 on the morning line. Give me the number 5 Sonar in the 7th at Gulfstream on Saturday. Let's move on to race number 9, one of 2 stakes races on the card. It's the $100,000 Via Borghese. There are some fillies and mares in here that I think are going to take more money than they should, most notably a horse like Always Shopping. She can certainly win this race. She has definitely improved her game once they've moved her to the turf, but I don't think she deserves to be some sort of super short price. And here the same can be said for a horse like Great Island. She's going to take a ton of money just simply because she's Chad Brown and Tyler Gaffalione at Gulfstream Park. She can win, but I just don't think that her odds are going to be indicative of her true chances of winning the race. A horse who's going to get sort of lost in the shuffle, I think, is the number 5 Kelsey's Cross. I'm going to make her the play of the day for Pat Biancone, Julian Leparoux with the mount. This is a horse who has run very, very well at Gulfstream Park in the past. She's 3 for 11 lifetime, 4 other times second or third from those 11 starts at Gulfstream. I like that she's a little bit versatile. She typically does her running from off the pace, but she can be forwardly placed if things are on the more pedestrian side early. And she's fired fresh in the past. You can see that run where she won that Ginger Punch 4 starts back. Yes, again, against Florida Breds. But the fact that she's coming off the bench doesn't bother me. The fact that she's dealing with this distance, I think, actually works to her benefit, more so than some of the other main contenders in here. At 10-1, I think she's a very square price. On her best day, she can run with all of these girls. The number 5, Kelsey's Cross, play of the day for me on Saturday. That's race number 9. And let's move on to the graded stake of the day down at Gulfstream. Race number 10, the grade 3 Mr. Prospector, 7/8 of a mile. I know I've said it in the past, and I think it's sort of been proven that these horses exiting the Breeders' Cup in these sort of extra races that the connections are just thinking of them as afterthoughts, they really don't perform all that well. But I'm going to go with a horse coming out of a Breeders' Cup race. The number 7 Diamond Oops, I liked him in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. He got bet down to 5-1. And no, he didn't run great, but he's the kind of horse who he's had a few instances in his career where he's strung together 2 or 3 really solid races, and then he'll lay a little bit of a dud. He's also had a number of times where he is sort of the in and out type, where he'll run a big race and then come back with a clunker, but then he immediately follows it up with another top-notch performance. I'm going to hope that the Breeders' Cup was sort of that clunker performance. We can get something closer to the Phoenix 2 starts back, both from a running style standpoint and a speed figure standpoint. I'd like Leparoux to get Diamond Oops into the run early. This distance isn't an issue, and obviously he loves Gulfstream Park. He's 5 for 8 lifetime, 6 times in the exacta. You're not going to get a great price, but he might be the second choice. It depends what folks want to do with Firenze Fire in here. But Diamond Oops at 3-1, I think he's got a big chance in here for Biancone and Leparoux. So basically, if Pat Biancone has a good day on Saturday, I should have a decent day on Saturday. Good luck if you're playing in the Rainbow Six. Again, it's a mandatory payout. And good luck if you want to tail these plays over on RacingPicks.com.